Hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you?
Thank you for joining today. Now, I'm going to be reading Uncle Deadly fanfic with Kenya Monhart. This is part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone between and every gender above and beyond, please welcome to the stage. Drag Race You to the Elite Four, part 2. Last time on Drag Race You to the Elite Four, Mia Easley, Pokemon drag trainer extraordinaire, arrived in Hartford City, home of the final gym, in her quest to become the Nanakut region Pokemon champion. There, she met Kenya Monhart, a stunningly glamorous drag trainer, who challenged her to a battle that Kenya lost. Later on, Mia learned about a drag contest happening that night at the gym, but she kept running into Kenya, who wouldn't stop flirting with her. Once at the gym, there was no contest. It was all a trap set up by Ivana, Mia's childhood best friend and rival, who had joined the villainous Team Camp. Yes, Ivana is the villain of the story, no matter what she says. If Mia and Kenya can suppress their rampant sexual tension long enough to defeat Team Camp, they might get out of this alive. Now is the time for part 2, Electric-type Boogaloo! Pop, 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 Pokeballs burst open all around, the trio of drag queens standing on the stage of a small black box theater. Mia quickly took stock of what Pokemon there were. She had sent out her Ninjask due to its speed. Its wings thrumped as it darted around the air in front of her. Kenya sent out Swampert. It filled up most of the stage.
Yes.
Is it safe to use that in such a small indoor space? Mia whispered.
What? Worried? I'm going to flood your basement?
Kenya retorted. Mia snickered. This wasn't good. Mia loved banter as much as the next drag show host, but this wasn't the time. She turned back to see what Ivana had set out. A cream-colored bipedal cat stood, alternating between licking a paw and rubbing it against the corn on its forehead. Psyduck also wandered up from behind Ivana to join it. You're attacking with 2 Pokemon? Fair is fair, Mia! You 2 each have one! Ivana said, acting like she was the victim. Fury swipes! Mia did a double take. She and Ivana had both called out the same attack. Worse, both of Ivana's Pokemon reacted.
Swampert, protect!
Kenya called. The large amphibian raising his forearms just in time to meet the lumpy yellow duck leaping in his face with outstretched webbing talons. Apparently, duck toes are sharp. Who knew? Meanwhile, Ninjask shot back forward and began to slash at the Meowth, who landed 1 or 2 swipes of its own. Mia's Pokemon dodged most and landed every one of its attacks. Great job, Semi-Cat! Ivana called, voice quivering.
Not quivering.
Mia rolled her eyes and leaned towards Kenya. Protect?
What? Swampert doesn't know Fury Swipe? And that's what... and that was a lot of flying claws.
She shrugged.
Swampert, Water Pulse.
A ring-shaped jet of water shot from Swampert's mouth as it dropped its arms. The wave sent Psyduck flying back to its trainer, knocking over Meowth on the way. Wow, Mia thought. 1 hit knocked out 2 Pokemon. Maybe Kenya was... I have goosebumps on my legs. Maybe Kenya was a true rival. Not that she'd admit it, even if it would rub salt in Kenya's wounds. No! My precious partners! Come on! You can keep fighting! Ivana shrieked! The 2 little Pokemon struggled to stand. Ivana, don't. It's just pathetic. Mia tried to make it sound quippy. It didn't work. She just felt bad for Ivana. Grunts, attack! Ivana gesticled, and the khaki-clad men approached Mia and Kenya. Mia did not have time for this. She recalled Ninjask and took out another ball. Come on, grunts. Think you can take on me and my Pokemon? Well, the joke's about to be on you. Mia's next Pokemon burst out of the room. It stood a few inches taller than Mia, and skinnier even than Kenya. Its body was wrapped in magenta, cyan, and yellow stripes, with dark blue gloves and collar. Its head was a large navy blue orb covered in polka dots, with giant star-shaped eyes. Sparkles burst from its skin.
Girl, what did you send out?
It's Blacephalon.
I was to say, is it the legendary clown thingy?
Frankly, it looked ridiculous, but Mia loved it. Holy crap! Oh, that's is that a shiny Blacephalon? Grunt A said. Oh, you have to trade me that! Grunt B shouted. What? No, I'm not trading you my shiny Blacephalon. Mia shouted back. Oh, you've got to. I love Bucephalons. You don't even know how to appreciate it, I bet. Grumpy continued. Come on, I'll trade you my Raticate.
Not Eradicate.
I am not trading you my Bucephalon for Eradicate, Mia insisted. Is it even a shiny Raticate? Dylan, stop! You're being fucking pathetic! The first grunt whispered. No, but it's pretty strong. It lasts longer than most of my team when I lose, Grunt Dylan said, clearly way too proud of himself. Mia rolled her eyes at the display of toxic masculinity. Majestic, incinerate! And Kenya, be ready to douse the fire.
Aye aye, Moon Capitan.
Kenya saluted. The Ultra Beast began to glow from its head, but not its mouth. Have you noticed how it has no mouth? Where the fuck does the fire come from?
Where does it come from?
What the hell, Mia? Ivana huffed. That's totally not cool. You can't shout incinerate in a theater. Free speech doesn't cover that. If you can't take the heat, Mia said, drop out of the contest. Excuse me! A new voice boomed. Mia looked around, but she couldn't tell where it came from. The sound amplified. What the hell are you doing in my gym? Team Camp doesn't answer to anyone, Ivana shouted. Team Camp? The voice echoed.
Incredulously.
Hi. Sorry about all this. We thought there was a legitimate drag contest being held here tonight, but it was all a trap. A very stupid trap. And, I guess we got a little bit carried away, Mia said. She turned to Kenya and whispered, a little help with the fire?
Oh, right. Swampert. Muddy water.
No, not muddy. Oh, too late. Despite Mia's protest, Swampert sprayed out a slurry of water and slit the douse to flames, but made an even bigger mess. A drag competition, huh? How very interesting, the voice over the loudspeaker said. And you two are Pokemon drag trainers? I haven't seen you challenge my gym yet.
I was planning to tomorrow.
Kenya said, still mostly unsure what the fuck was going on. Alright then, you two. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. And by 7 p.m., not like 7 p.m. 15 or 8:35. No, on time for a drag show? Nonsense. I mean 7 p.m. exactly. Be here, be ready. We'll see just which one of you can defeat me and earn my gym badge. But until then, please leave and don't do any more damage. Ivana squinted her eyes. What about me? When do I get my chance? You and your goons have 10 seconds to leave this building before I release the security houndooms on you. 10, 9, 8. Ivana knew that she was being beat. Fine! Looks like Team Kent's dethroning the Sirius again. She ran away and out the back door, her goons not far behind. Thanks, and sorry for the trouble. We'll be leaving now, Mia said to the empty air. No response from the disembodied voice. Mia didn't chance it and led the way out, feeling guilty as she felt squished in the mud.
Squished in the mood. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by. That you own a Bucephalon or that you brought it with you to a drag competition?
Kenya smiled approvingly. What? Not impressed that it's a shiny? Do you have any idea how many Pokeballs I had to throw before it would just stay captured? Mia patted her giant freaky clown thing on its shoulder. At least she thought it was its shoulder. Ultra Beasts have very weird anatomies. And she recalled it into its pure white Pokeball. I was down to a Master Ball and 6 Premier Balls.
It's an okay shiny, I guess. I still prefer a shiny Wooloo.
Kenya stepped out onto the patch of mud as she recalled her partner. Wooloo? You think Wooloo is better than my legendary? Oh, now I am really pissed there. Oh, now I was really pissed there wasn't a real contest here tonight.
Oh, I would have taken you down, Miss Easy Leg.
Kenya smirked.
Now come on, let's get out of here before before a squad of Officer Jennies show up.
Agreed. I prefer a mug check to a mug shot any day.
I have no idea what that means.
Kenya said, leading the way.
But I like the way you say it.
The pair made their way without incident out of the gym without finding anyone else. Outside, night had fully covered the town. Mia looked up. Despite the amount of lights in Hartford City, a million stars were showing, almost as if the game designers didn't have to factor in light pollution with anyone designing the games. Someday, I'm gonna be brighter than any of those stars, she said quietly to herself. Kenya smiled. For the first time, it seemed genuine. Warm, kind smile.
You know what, Mia? I think you will.
Mia blushed again. She had lost count of the number of times she had blushed that day, and all become of Kenya. She hated it. Blushing didn't work with her makeup palette.
Not the red.
I think I like you better when you're not being rude and insulting.
I knew you liked her.
Kenya didn't say anything. The fear of digging herself deeper.
I look forward to finding out what else you like.
Kenya said.
For now, though, I'll leave you until tomorrow.
As she walked away, she turned and blew a kiss. Gasp. Mia watched her walk away. She waited until she felt sure Kenya couldn't see before reaching up and catching the kiss from the air. Most people didn't know this, but for a nominal fee, Pokemon centers can also provide a dormitory for traveling trainers. Some call them Poke Hostels, but the only thing hostile about them are the outfits of the guys who run it. How are you? Comfortable enough? How are you? Comfortable enough? Need another pillow? Thank you, Nurse Goose, Mia said to the man in the ill-fitting Party City nurse costume. A tiny nurse hat was pinned to his multicolored hair. Beside him, in an equally tiny but infinitely more disturbing nurse hat, stood a Gengar. There was a goose in every city in the region, just like the Joys, Jennies, Tons, and Claire's. I don't need anything. Another blanket, feet pics, some video editing, or help with the Wi-Fi? Goose asked. Damn it, no, I said I'm good, Mia insisted. She was worried he would continue to offer things until she accepted something, but then another trainer came into the room, and he wandered off to help them. Relaxing into her bunk, Mia's mind drifted to the wild days that she just had. New city, new outfit. Thinking she was going to win a contest, but being in a trap. Ivana, just everything with Ivana. Like, what even was that team camp intro rhyme she said? Then, there was Kenya.
Oh my god.
The skin on Mia's arms tingled, and she felt like she was a butterfly fluttering around her stomach when she thought of Kenya. This wasn't like her. She didn't flirt. Or, not unless it was to get bigger tips from the audience in the show. She just made men do things for her, like Goose. Damn it, she didn't even get Goose. She didn't even make Goose get her food. Something wasn't right if she was turning down a hot but strangely dressed man. She didn't need romance in her life, especially not with another drag queen. Mia was a dedicated Pokemon trainer. She was into Klefkis, not Kai. Actually, she thought Klefki was a silly Pokemon who she would never have on her team, but it worked for the wordplay. Anyway, there was something about Kenya. She infuriated Mia with her criticisms. She wouldn't admit it, but Mia realized she'd been trying hard to impress Kenya, her new outfit, bringing out Vcephalon to battle, but she wants Kenya to like her? Who was she, and where was the real Mia Easylay? Sleep, Mia. Tomorrow you can go back to proving you're the best trainer this messed up region has ever seen. She rolled over and pulled up her blankets close, cuddling the stuffed Pokeball she had bought at a previous Pokécenter down to her chest. She was fast asleep and snoring, but in a ladylike way, within 5 minutes. The next day, Mia awoke to only the anxious feelings in her stomach and not the sound of obnoxious, unsupervised children wandering around the Pokemon Center. After forgetting to have breakfast as she spent a few hours picking out her team, hard to do when she still had no idea what the gym element was, and no one would tell her, and setting up a couple of gigs, she went back to the drag salon. Arriving just as it had opened, she put Claire to work right away, helping her get things she needed for tonight. Over the next few hours, she kept looking over from her shoulder, expecting Kenya to walk in at any moment, but she never did. Finally, after eating lunch of masalada and lava cookies, Claire went and got for her. Mia got into makeup. God, she hated putting on makeup, but loved seeing herself in it, and a new outfit. She locked eyes with her new reflection. Mia Easily, beautiful, stunning. You are going to be having a gorgeous and beautiful day. You are surrounded by amazing Pokemon friends. You know just how to use the Oxford comma, and you will be the next champion. Mia had decided to depart from her usual green hair with a lavender dew. Her gown was black and white striped with rich purple ruffled trim. After she dropped her makeup in her backpack and the convenient makeup pouch, they make pockets for everything these days, she headed out, and exhausted Claire dropped into a nearby chair. Outside, the city was still bustling. Though slowly down as the sun dropped in the sky, it took her only a few minutes to reach Anthenium. Hurrying was difficult with how cinched her waist was, but she could breathe when she had won. The front doors were open and she headed inside, threading her way into the big doors that led into the gym. Mia wondered how much damage their fight had done last night. She saw a disgruntled custodian bringing out a muddy mop into a bucket on wheels. Mia avoided eye contact. "Hey there, champ in the making!" A voice cheered as she approached the doors. It was the gym fan. Every gym had one. Someone who hung around to watch the challengers and pretend to be their coaches. This one ran up to Mia, more excited than normal. She wrapped her arms around Mia. I'm MJ. I'm so excited to meet you, or that you're here. I've heard all about you in the gym fan message boards. The fangirl said. Nice to meet you, fangirl MJ, Mia said, the air squeezing out of her lungs even more. She hated when people hugged her from below her shoulders while singed. Can you let me go now? MJ let go, looking more sheepish than a flock of wooloo with sunburns. Thank you. Do you have any advice for me for the gym? Mia asked. Oh yeah, well, this one should not be a big challenge for you. For you, it should be fundamental. MJ giggled, but didn't add more. Okay, super helpful, Mia said. Did anyone else come to the challenge of the gym before me? Nope, your co-challenger hasn't arrived. Oh, there she is. Clearly you rushed to rush that look to try to beat me. Mia tensed. She recognized Kenya's voice and it made her heart miss a turn. Kenya wore a black leopard print catsuit. Her waist was cinched to the Arceus, and her long wavy black hair fell away down her torso. Although I can't take you seriously when you aren't dressed for battle. Oh, that's what you said, sorry.
No,
you look dressed to work the pole at a lunch rush at Jerry's Boom Boom Room, Mia said. Save it for the gym, MJ fangirl giggled. You two can go in now. And yes, you have to go in together. Good luck. Mia and Kenya glared at each other, but began walking in together, bumping shoulders as they stepped through the massive doorway. Welcome to the Hartford Gym, boomed the same woman's voice from last night. Before you can challenge me, I will test you on how well you know the fundamentals of your craft, both the art of drag and of Pokemon Trainer. Are you ready? Ready? Mia said, unsure what the voice meant.
Ready.
Kenya said, similarly confused. Lights overhead lit up a path into the room and a table towards a table where someone sat waiting. As they got closer, they saw that this person was also in drag. They spoke, and it was clear this was not the gym leader. Welcome to Anthenium. Here we have a repository of the largest collection of books in the entire region. But before you can check out a single book or challenge our leader, you must prove your skills, and I will be the one to test you. My name is Drag Trainer Rory Roo, and this is a reading challenge. Fine, Mia humped again. Then tell me, did your drag mother not love you as much as her other kids letting you walk out of the house like this?
Yeah.
Kenya added.
Because this poor excuse for a sexy librarian look is the one that no one is going to check out.
No, Rory raised an eyebrow. No, perhaps before you start reading, you should learn how to spell. Don't you remember you had to come into this challenge together? It's not me you need to read. It's each other. The challengers looked at each other, both decided that this wasn't going to be easy.
Oh, Mia, I hear you like word puzzles because your name is a jumble of your skills, Lay and Z. The most people at your shows have crosswords for you.
Kenya Moanheart, the only moaning you ever hear is the pained reaction from your audiences.
The way you're dressed, I can say your name 3 times and it send you back to hell. Mia Easy Leg, Mia Easy Leg, Mia Easy Leg.
Rory 7 waved her hands and silencing them. Alright, that's enough. Mia, you won the challenge. It was close enough. You may both proceed to the next challenge. Mia pumped a fist in triumph and took off before Kenya could protest. Great work, challengers. The gym leaders Bruce Boyd. One more challenge and 2 are fit to face me. This is you.
Okay, but like, how does this work? I get to move forward even though I lost?
Kenya asked. Mia and Kenya wanted to see if the voice said more, but she remained silent. Honestly, this isn't as bad as that gym in Waterbury that had that literal rat maze with buzzers everywhere. Mia shivered. She'd been electrocuted so many times in that fucking gym. I still can't believe with a name and a puzzle like that it was a psychic gym and not an electric one.
What is with the gyms in this region?
The two of them laughed, forgetting for a moment that they were competing. Forgetting for a moment they pretended to not like each other, Kenya stopped laughing first and stared at Mia. Mia noticed and hurried on. She continued up the path through the stacks until she reached a sturdy study room filled with tables. Another person waited for her there. Welcome, challengers! You have shown that you can read, but Antheniums aren't just places for books. They collect a lot of creative works, perceiving the knowledge of ages, fine art for example. Now I, Drag Trainer Ambrosia, will assess your skills at painting. Mia blinked. Painting? Now? What is this, kindergarten? Ambrosia laughed. No, not finger painting. Call out one of your Pokemon. You must paint their face and make them your drag sibling. Fail, and you will have to face me in battle with that Pokemon.
You know, this actually sounds fun.
Kenya said. She tossed out her Swampert. Mia continued blinking. What kind of gym was this place? Okay, whatever. After a couple seconds of thought, and wishing she had brought Bucephalon because of the easy of a blank canvas would be, Mia called out her most beloved Pokemon, Cuddlebug, let mommy paint you! A massive Scolipede appeared, sparkling. The giant bug squealed in delight and wrapped his head and neck around Mia's shoulders. Aw, who's mommy's little bug baby? Who's a good bug baby? Mia cooed. Ambrosia and Kenya felt mildly uncomfortable and averted their eyes. Mia got to work. She was only allowed to use the makeup supplied by the gym, which was not brands she liked it. But she didn't discuss problematic makeup creators, so she said nothing! As much as she hated doing her own makeup, she disliked doing other people's makeup even more. Plus, as cute as Scolipede was, she didn't have the first clue on how to do a Pokemon's makeup. How do you highlight a centipede's face? Still, she never lost a challenge she wasn't going to lose now. And yet she kept being drawn to Kenya. She couldn't see Swampert's face as Kenya was blocking it. Kenya's makeup was gorgeous. She might have Mia beat.
Hey Mia, if I beat you at this, will you let me beat your mug sometime?
Mia needed to say something to hide the fact that her heart thrilled at the idea of having Kenya that close to her face. The only thing you're beating is feet back to your mom's house in your starting town. And time, Ambrosia said. Mia lifted the brush and surveyed the job she had done. Now, before she revealed who won, let's talk about Mia. Uncle Deadly was about this far in edits yesterday when Mia viciously attacked Uncle Deadly with a ban in her chat. Drop Team Camp Badoof emotes in the chat if you support Uncle Deadly. Oh, fuck off, Uncle Deadly. Not this. I'm just gonna skip ahead past the rant. Ambrosia came over to look at both entries. Cuddlebug was naturally gorgeous, at least to Mia. Still, 10 minutes to do makeup was an impossible task. Her bug baby could have looked a lot better, but then again, so could Swampert, who looked uncomfortable under all that highlight. Still, Mia was starting to sweat. There was no freezer for her to put her breast pads into for a while. Not bad, the junior trainer nodded, after appraising Mia's work. You forgot lashes, though. Mia's heart sunk. How could she have forgotten something so obvious? Who thinks to put lashes on a 6-foot-tall bug? She couldn't lose this. She had never lost a single shiny hunt, nor a Nuzlocke, well, with minimal cheating. Still, congratulations, Mia Easily, you are the winner. Really? Ha ha ha, you hear that? Fuck you, Kenya Monhard. Ha ha ha. Mia let loose a cacophonous laugh. Take that, you skinny loser.
Skinny loser.
Still, congratulations, Mia. You are the winner. Kenya crossed her arms and arched her eyebrows. If you're ready, Ambrosia said dryly, you can both proceed to the gym leader now. She pointed towards the next path. Wait, I keep winning and she keeps getting to advance? What kind of fucked up producer string reality bullshit TV show is this? Ambrosia shrugged. We've got to keep the tension building. Mia glared at Kenya, who flushed a smile that threatened to melt her angry heart. Mia humphed and headed up to the path. It wove around until Mia came to another large open room, lined with shelves and display cases. The center of the space formed a large ring, and at the far end, a desk, and behind it, a woman. You've done well to get this far. She stood up from behind her desk and stepped forward. Mia had expected some sort of sexy librarian stereotype. Instead, the woman was dressed in a corseted gingham dress, black gloves, and a maroon afro.
Is it October?
Her makeup had rich purple highlights. It's nice to see someone who repeats the classic art of drag Pokemon. Thanks, Mia said. I've got to say, I didn't expect to see drag queens in a gym. It's nice. The Pokemon League Championships are always so heterosexual. What? So straight. The leader laughed. Oh, haven't you heard of Blackthorn City's Claire? No relation. Or Hearthrealm City's Fantina? How about Erica, Roxanne, Roxy, Valerie, or the iconic Opal? There's a drag gym leader in every region! I guess you're right, Mia said, thinking it through. And I am the greatest drag leader of all time. I am Clementine Kool-Aid! And I am ready for your challenge! Mia opened her mouth to speak, but her voice didn't come out.
Wait.
Kenya shouted.
I challenge you first. Me, not her. I challenge you.
Mia spun. Do I need to read you again? Mia said. Get out of here. This is my challenge. I won both of the mini challenges.
Love you too.
Kenya said with a sarcastic air kiss. Now, is it true that Mia did earn more points, but it's also true that Kenya challenged me first? A conundrum.
She got here on her pettiness and prettiness.
Kenya said.
Both things she has in equal measure, but I got her on Pokemon and drag skills. You'll find me a much better challenge.
Excuse me! I know you are dazzled by my beauty, but you'll recall yesterday I defeated both of you and Team Camp. Mia huffed. Her face grew heated. Kenya was going to ruin her moment. And worse, Kenya was enjoying their repertoire. Even worse, she wanted Kenya to walk up to her and take her in her arms, and Clementine laughed some more. Oh my god, is this the whole rivals into lovers troop thing going on here? I love that troop. No! The rivals turned into lovers, shouted in unison. Sure, Jans. Clearly you two have some unresolved chemistry. Clementine's face suddenly lit up. Stars wobbled in her eyes as she clapped her hands together. So I knew what we'll do. A tag battle. The two of you versus me. If you want to earn the badge, you must earn it together.
Say what now?
Kenya replied. Can Mia and Kenya work together and defeat Gym Leader Clementine? No! Will Mia ever figure out how to pronounce Anthonium? Will Clementine appreciate her cameo appearance? Will Team Camp ever wash all of the mud out of their clothes? What other cameos does Uncle Deadly have in store? Find out sometime possibly in October. Mia hasn't decided yet. In the exciting third chapter of Drag Race You to the Elite Four!
Yay! Encore! Bravo!
But Kenya, has to go, so we have to say goodbye to Kenya, and I just...
Piece of my banana first.
Thank you, I love your banana.
Take my banana. Take my banana.